Hello Aries, coming with your weekly reading for August, for January 11th 2021 to the 17th of 2021. I'm Delilah Rose. This is Delilahs Spiritual Spot, and let's get into your energy, Aries. Pulling from my major arcana deck here to see what's the main focus or the main energy for this week. Thank you. Justice. Justice. Let's do my dolphins. I am actually going to switch decks here. Last minute change. Sometimes Spirit does that to me. I'm pulling from my other mermaid deck here. And let's seek some other or additional messages for you in reference to this Justice card. Let's see here. When we think of justice, we think of, a win-win solution, truth coming out. Truth coming out. We have our feelings card. I think that you may be in your feelings at this time. And I love that decisions came out along with this. You may be in your feelings at this time. And with justice, it's a win-win situation anyway, but you want to make decisions from a solid place, right? Because you want to make sure for some Aries, putting your ducks in a row, putting file nails in coffins, you want to make sure you come from a place of balanced feelings. Because either you're off balance in your feelings, or this justice is going to bring you balance to your feelings. And there's going to be some decisions. Is that money and career? Is that relationship? We will figure out. We will figure that out right now. So I will be pulling three columns. So subconscious, what's happening in our subconscious mind. Conscious, or what's happening now. Advice and outcome from Spirit. So let's just get into this. Sorry, my camera's shaking. I need to find a different position, but it is what it is. These want to hop out, so I will read these. Subconscious, Six of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles here and the Four of Swords. So here's our decisions. Do we move forward and on to seek our abundance? Do we stay? What is our battle here? We have a couple of fours so far. If four speaks to being surrounded by your spirit guides, angels. So this is divine guidance helping you navigate this. The Two of Wands clarifies, so choices to be made. King of Wands clarifies this Four of Pentacles. Where am I going? Queen of Swords clarifies this Four of Swords. So, swords speak to our mental status, right? Our mental status, that can affect our emotional status here. We do have the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is a feeling of prosperity. This is a feeling of moving on. I have a feeling that this is a reading of moving on from people in general that no longer serve us. I'm not going to say this is just a relationship in terms of a romantic relationship. I think this is just guiding you to clear out the clutter. Because for many of you, you have too many people in your surroundings that are just not good for you, Aries. Because look at how strong you are. Rising from the ashes. So let's get into this. Once you clear out what no longer serves you, it's going to be a win-win situation for you. It's going to balance your feelings because unbeknownst to you, I think you're very influenced by other people's opinions, and that affects your decisions, right? So you know, the way they make you feel about yourself makes you make terrible decisions, right? But once you wield that sword and just cut the cords, you'll be in a better position. And this is why I say this. So let's go over here. In our subconscious mind, you just want to you're tired. You want to move on. You're longing to move on from this. You're longing for this completion, this 10 of Pentacles. You're longing for a new beginning, for a new start, for you to shake the bonds of your financial burden, right? Because things are holding you down financially, and that is on your brain. You want to be able to have financial freedom and to leave something behind for the next generation. For many of you, this is at the forefront of your mind. How do you become successful? How do you get out of your debt? How do you make money? All right. There are some choices, some tough choices. Do you walk away and begin again? Or do you stay and try to find the abundance in the here and now? Who do you walk away from? Make a list, right? I've had to do that. I've had to cut people out of my life that I've had there for years. People that I absolutely love, but they don't serve me. They make me feel bad about myself. They, you know, they make me vibrate lower. They make me stay in my anger, And if people make you feel like that, why are they there? Here in our conscious mind is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a desire for long-term success, long-term abundance, long-term security. This is a cautionary card between greed and security. We all want extra, but sometimes we have to share that abundance, and sometimes there's a balance between abundance and greed. This is just letting you know. Make sure your heart and mind are in the right place, are in there together. This is clarified by this King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands, you know, kings are in power. Kings are strong. Kings are the boss in that area. So Wands talk about our creativity. If you become the king of your creativity, if you apply your creativity to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, you're going to be the boss. You're going to succeed. You're going to come into your power. You're going to come into your leadership. Here is the advice outcome from Spirit. So we have the Four of Swords clarified by the Queen of Swords. Now, again, the Four of Swords, swords are our intellect, our mental status, right? The advice from Spirit is to rest when necessary. You can't win the battle if you don't take time for you. So make sure that you are having some type of self-care. Make sure that you are doing things that feed your spirit and soul, because you want to be this Queen of Swords. And you will be if you take the advice. If you throw out who no longer serves you, that's going to take a lot of emotional energy for you, right? Because we do have this King of Cups being present. So we do need to fill your emotional cup by getting rid of who no longer serves you. But that is going to leave you feeling somewhat depleted. It's time for rest during that time. right? It's time for you to rest, do something for you, um, and just make sure you're okay emotionally. If you take that advice, you're going to be fine. Here's the Queen of Swords. You're going to be in your power. You're going to be self-sufficient, um, and have the power and the strength to go after your Ten of Pentacles. If you don't, we reverse this Queen. You know, and if we reverse this Queen, you're going to become cold. You're not going to take other people's feelings into account. You're not going to even take your own feeling into account. It's going to leave you in a place of anger. So make sure you're taking the advice from Spirit, and just get rid of the baggage. And this is your reading, Aries. I'm Delilah Rose, and this is Delilah's Spiritual Spot.